Are you using castor oil for its amazing health benefits, or maybe you're thinking about trying it out? But what if I told you that making just one mistake could turn this natural remedy into a health hazard? Have you ever wondered what could go wrong when using castor oil? Could you be using the wrong type, or worse, using it in a way that puts your health at risk? Stick around because, in this video, we're not just talking about the benefits of castor oil, we're diving deep into the dangerous mistakes you need to avoid. From how to choose the best type of castor oil to understanding the safest ways to use it both internally and externally, we're covering all the essential tips. Whether you're applying it to your skin, hair, or even taking it orally, knowing how long to use it and what precautions to take is crucial for avoiding potential harm. Trust me, you won't want to miss this because these mistakes are more common than you think, and the consequences can be far more serious than you realize. Make sure to watch till the end so we can uncover the truth about castor oil and how to use it the right way to keep you safe and healthy. Just a quick reminder. The information provided in this video is for educational purposes only and is not intended as a substitute for professional medical advice. Every piece of information here has been authenticated by a team of professional researchers, so you can trust that you're getting accurate, safe advice. Now, let's dive into the most common errors to avoid when using castor oil. Starting with mistake number 1. Overconsumption. Taking too much castor oil is one of the most common mistakes, and it can have serious consequences. As a powerful laxative, castor oil stimulates the intestines, leading to bowel movements. However, excessive consumption can result in severe gastrointestinal issues such as cramping, nausea, and vomiting. The strong laxative effect can cause intense diarrhea, leading to dehydration and the loss of essential electrolytes. This imbalance can result in fatigue, dizziness, and even heart irregularities, which are especially dangerous for people with pre-existing conditions. Beyond immediate discomfort, chronic overuse of castor oil can irritate the intestines lining, causing inflammation or damage. This irritation can disrupt digestion, causing long-term issues that may worsen if the consumption continues. Moreover, prolonged use can lead to dependency, meaning the body may struggle to regulate bowel movements without the stimulation of castor oil. This can lead to chronic constipation once you stop using it. In more serious cases, dehydration from diarrhea can impact kidney function, particularly in vulnerable individuals like the elderly. To avoid these risks, use castor oil sparingly and with caution, always adhering to recommended dosages to avoid dangerous side effects. Moving to mistake number 2. Using castor oil regularly for constipation. Another mistake people make is relying on castor oil as a long-term solution for constipation. While it can be effective for occasional relief, using it frequently can create serious problems. The primary concern with long-term use is that the digestive system may become dependent on castor oil to stimulate bowel movements, weakening the bowel muscles and leading to a reduced ability to function normally. This can cause chronic constipation when the oil is no longer used. Additionally, habitual use of castor oil may alter the balance of gut bacteria. Disrupting this balance can lead to more significant digestive issues like bloating, gas, and irregular bowel movements. Over time, dehydration from frequent use of a laxative can also result in nutrient deficiencies, as the body loses fluids and essential minerals more quickly than it can replace them. Instead of relying on castor oil for regular relief, it's better to address the underlying causes of constipation, such as diet and hydration. Eating a fiber-rich diet, drinking plenty of water, and engaging in regular exercise are safer, long-term solutions that promote healthy digestion without the risks associated with frequent castor oil use. Next, number 3. Taking castor oil during pregnancy. One of the most dangerous mistakes is using castor oil during pregnancy, especially to induce labor. Castor oil can stimulate powerful uterine contractions, which may lead to premature labor or distress for the baby. These intense contractions can put both the mother and child at risk, potentially causing fetal distress and complications during delivery. Moreover, the laxative effect of castor oil can exacerbate the situation. Diarrhea caused by castor oil use can lead to dehydration and electrolyte imbalances, both of which are dangerous for the mother and the developing baby. This dehydration can also trigger other complications during labor, such as fatigue, weakness, or even a delayed recovery after childbirth. Inducing labor with castor oil without medical supervision can also lead to labor progressing too quickly, increasing the risk of complications like an emergency cesarean section or the need for medical interventions. It's critical for pregnant women to avoid using castor oil to induce labor and to always consult with a healthcare provider when considering any methods of labor induction. Moving to number 4. Using castor oil on sensitive skin without testing. Applying castor oil directly to the skin without testing it first is a common yet avoidable mistake. Castor oil is potent, and some people may be allergic or sensitive to its components, particularly ricinoleic acid. For those with sensitive skin, this oil can cause irritation, redness, and inflammation, especially if applied repeatedly. Symptoms like rashes, burning sensations, or swelling may occur, and in severe cases, this could escalate into allergic dermatitis, a condition requiring medical attention. Sensitive skin reacts unpredictably, and using castor oil without conducting a patch test increases the risk of adverse effects. This is especially true for individuals with underlying skin conditions like eczema or psoriasis. The strong nature of castor oil can worsen these conditions, leading to more severe outbreaks, discomfort, and skin damage. To avoid these issues, always perform a patch test by applying a small amount of castor oil to a less sensitive area of the skin, such as the inside of the forearm. Wait 24 hours to see if any reaction occurs before applying it to larger or more sensitive areas. This simple step can prevent unnecessary skin damage and ensure that castor oil benefits rather than harms your skin. Next, number 5. Ingesting castor oil intended for external use. Another major mistake is consuming castor oil that is labeled for external use. Many people are unaware that castor oil products intended for skin and hair often contain additives, impurities, or chemicals that are unsafe for internal consumption. These non-food grade substances can cause serious health issues if ingested, including gastrointestinal irritation, nausea, vomiting, or even toxicity. When ingested, these additives can disrupt digestion, causing irritation to the stomach lining and intestines. Some individuals may experience allergic reactions to these chemicals, leading to symptoms like skin rashes, swelling, or breathing difficulties. In severe cases, ingesting non-food grade castor oil could lead to poisoning, which requires immediate medical attention. To avoid these risks, always ensure that the castor oil you are using internally is labeled as food grade, meaning it is safe for consumption. Food grade castor oil is pure and free from harmful additives, ensuring it can be used safely for occasional internal health benefits. Always check the label and confirm that the product is intended for internal use to protect your health. Moving to number 6. Applying castor oil to the eyes without caution. Applying castor oil near or directly onto the eyes without proper caution can lead to various complications. While some people use castor oil to treat dry eyes or promote eyelash growth, its improper use can cause serious irritation or even damage to the eyes. The oil is thick and viscous, and when it accidentally enters the eye, it can blur vision temporarily or cause discomfort. Castor oil, despite its many benefits, can also trigger allergic reactions. For sensitive individuals, this could mean redness, itching, and swelling around the eyes, which can worsen if left untreated. One of the biggest risks of applying castor oil without caution is the potential for introducing bacteria. Non-sterile products or improper handling can introduce bacteria into the delicate eye area, potentially leading to infections such as conjunctivitis. It's important to only use castor oil that is labeled as sterile and suitable for ophthalmic use if you're applying it near the eyes. Moreover, anyone considering using castor oil for eye-related purposes should consult a healthcare professional beforehand. They can provide guidance on the correct way to apply the oil and help you avoid unnecessary risks. Your vision and eye health are too precious to take unnecessary risks with. Always err on the side of caution. Next, mistake number 7. Using castor oil without consulting a doctor for medical conditions. Using castor oil without consulting a doctor, especially if you have an existing medical condition, can result in unexpected complications. Although castor oil is often used as a natural remedy for various ailments, including constipation and skin issues, its effects can vary significantly depending on an individual's health status. For example, castor oil has potent laxative properties that stimulate bowel movements, but for those with gastrointestinal disorders such as irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, Crohn's disease, or ulcers, this could exacerbate symptoms rather than provide relief. The strong laxative effect can lead to dehydration, worsen cramping, and result in diarrhea, which can further irritate an already sensitive digestive tract. People with kidney issues, diabetes, or electrolyte imbalances should be especially careful when using castor oil. Its dehydrating effects can interfere with kidney function or affect blood sugar levels, potentially leading to complications. Furthermore, castor oil can interact with medications by influencing the rate of absorption in the gastrointestinal tract, thus altering how medications perform. Always consult with a healthcare provider before incorporating castor oil into any treatment routine, especially if you are already managing chronic conditions or taking medications. This professional guidance will ensure that castor oil use is safe, appropriate, and aligned with your overall health management plan. Moving to number 8. Using castor oil excessively for hair treatments. When it comes to hair care, many people turn to castor oil for its reported benefits of promoting hair growth, strengthening hair, and moisturizing the scalp. However, using castor oil excessively can have the opposite effect and cause a number of hair and scalp issues. Castor oil is thick and heavy, which makes it difficult to wash out thoroughly, especially if too much is applied. This can lead to product buildup on the scalp, which clogs hair follicles and prevents proper hair growth. Over time, this can even lead to scalp irritation and flaking, as the skin struggles to breathe under the oily layer. Additionally, if castor oil is left on the scalp for long periods without being properly washed out, it can trap dust, dirt, and bacteria, potentially causing dandruff or even fungal infections. Excess oil can also weigh hair down, making it look greasy, flat, and unhealthy. Hair needs a balance of moisture and natural oils, and overloading it with castor oil can disrupt this balance, leading to either excessive dryness or oily scalp conditions. To avoid these problems, it's best to use castor oil sparingly, perhaps once or twice a week, and always ensure it's washed out thoroughly with a gentle shampoo. By using castor oil in moderation, you can enjoy its benefits without risking scalp health or hair quality. Next, mistake number 9. Ignoring allergic reactions to castor oil. One of the most dangerous mistakes when using castor oil is ignoring early signs of an allergic reaction. While castor oil is generally considered safe for most people, some individuals may have sensitivities or allergies to the oil or its components, such as ricinoleic acid. Allergic reactions can manifest as skin irritation, itching, redness, or swelling in the areas where castor oil is applied. In more serious cases, it may lead to hives, blisters, or even respiratory issues such as difficulty breathing or swelling of the throat, which could signal a life-threatening condition like anaphylaxis. Ignoring these warning signs can have serious consequences, as continuing to use castor oil despite an allergic reaction can worsen symptoms and lead to long-term skin damage or infection. Always perform a patch test before using castor oil for the first time, especially if you have sensitive skin or a history of allergies. A small amount should be applied to the inner arm or behind the ear, and you should wait 24 hours to observe any adverse reactions. If any irritation or allergic symptoms occur, discontinue use immediately and consult a healthcare provider for further guidance. It's always better to err on the side of caution, as allergic reactions can escalate quickly if left untreated. Moving to number 10. Storing castor oil improperly. Improper storage of castor oil is a common but easily avoidable mistake that can reduce its efficacy and even pose health risks. Like other natural oils, castor oil is sensitive to light, heat, and air, all of which can cause it to degrade over time. When exposed to these elements, castor oil can oxidize, which not only diminishes its potency but also leads to rancidity. Rancid oil often has an unpleasant smell and can irritate the skin when applied. Using expired or degraded castor oil can result in skin irritation, breakouts, or inflammation, particularly on sensitive areas like the face or scalp. Additionally, improper sealing of the castor oil container can allow moisture and bacteria to enter, leading to contamination. This is particularly risky if the oil is being used on open wounds, irritated skin, or sensitive areas like the eyes. To prevent castor oil from going bad, it should be stored in a cool, dark place, away from direct sunlight or sources of heat. Make sure the lid is tightly sealed after each use to avoid air exposure. If the oil changes in color, texture, or smell, it's time to discard it. By following proper storage guidelines, you can ensure that your castor oil remains fresh, safe, and effective for a longer period. Now let's talk about how to choose the best castor oil to get the most out of its benefits. When selecting castor oil, it's important to prioritize products that are labeled as cold-pressed and organic. Why? Cold-pressed castor oil is extracted without the use of heat, which helps preserve its natural, beneficial properties. On the other hand, organic certification ensures that the oil is free from harmful chemicals like pesticides, making it a safer option for both external and internal use. Another key factor to keep in mind is to opt for hexane-free castor oil. Hexane is an industrial solvent often used during extraction, but oils labeled hexane-free guarantee that the extraction process didn't involve any exposure to these potentially harmful chemicals. This is especially crucial if you're using castor oil for sensitive areas like your skin or for consumption. If you plan on taking castor oil internally, always go for food-grade castor oil, which is specially formulated for safe ingestion. Food-grade castor oil is thoroughly refined and meets safety standards for consumption, while other types may not be safe for internal use. When checking the packaging, look for bottles that allow you to see the oil's color. Clear or pale yellow usually indicates high purity and freshness. Avoid oils that appear murky or discolored, as they might be old or contaminated. That wraps up today's video on finding the best castor oil. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Have you tried using castor oil before? If so, what has your experience been like? Have you noticed any changes in your health, or perhaps encountered side effects? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, be sure to type yes in the comments, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe for more valuable health tips.